Can you react to the Apple Music top 100 albums of all time? I really don't care because you drop bits. Apple Music top 100 albums. Why don't they talk about how they killed off their player count though? Well, the developers didn't do that. Wasn't that Sony that did that? Apple Music's top 100 albums. Oh wait. Robin, Body Talk. I don't know who that is. Hotel California Eagles. I never heard it. Travis Scott, Astro World. Okay. Rage Against the Machine. Never heard it. Never heard it. This makes sense. This makes sense. Never heard it. Okay, so like I seen people talking about it on the timeline, and I seen couple people in the chat ask me about this. Can I ask why y'all upset about this? This is just an opinion. And keep in mind, it's all music genres. So a lot of what, if you as a person is gonna have a bias towards like a certain genre. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff left out. I will say this is a questionable choice. And I like this album, Solange, A Seat at the Table. I actually like, this is an unpopular opinion. I like Solange more than Beyonce. I like her vibe. But this is weird for a top 100 all time. Yeah, this shit is super subjective. Good album. I don't know if I'd put that in my top 100. George Michael. I like George Michael. That's understandable. AC/DC. That's understandable. I personally don't like Lady Gaga, but I know a lot of people love her. Yeah. Nina Simone, Put a Spell on You. It's understandable. I don't know this. Understandable. That's a classic. We're just gonna have to scroll through this. Never heard it. Understandable. Never heard it. Very understandable. Very understandable. Never heard it. Y'all know how I feel about Eminem. I don't like him, but I'm gonna give him I understand it. Most people do. I understand it. I understand it. Lana Del Rey. I've never heard a song. Can't speak on it. See, this is what makes this conversation so hard, right? Like, how qualified are you as a because it feels like this is being curated by a music fan, somebody who loves all genres. I don't love all genres. I fuck with Elton John. This makes sense. The Madonna makes sense. Bad Bunny. I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to Bad Bunny. I can't speak on it. I know people like him though, but is he top 100? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I'm ignorant on Bad Bunny. I don't know. I know for the Toxicas out there, but for everybody else, I don't know. Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly, understandable. I might have had this a little bit lower, but understandable. I've never heard it. Never heard it. SZA, SOS is a top 100 album? That's crazy. Love the album, but I feel like it just came out last year. Can we sit with it? Like, I feel like an album has to be out at least like 5 years before we start talking about top 100. Like, that shit just came out. I don't know about top 100. Love that album though. I don't know this one. That's understandable. That's a classic. That's a classic. This is one of the most this is one of the most influential albums of all time. Understandable. Metallica. I'm not familiar with the Strokes. Not familiar. I'm not familiar. See, I'm not qualified to have this conversation. De La Soul. I feel like if you're a hip hop head, this is how I know this is made by a music fan. If you're a hip hop head, you'll be like, I understand. Niggas who only listen to Drake, they'll be like, De La Soul. Understandable. Erykah Badu, very understandable. Some people might not agree with this, but like, Erykah Badu don't really put music out like that, and people still talk about it till this day. Granted, most of it has to do with the fact that her according to a lot of people, her vagina can hypnotize rappers, but you know. Jimi Hendrix, understandable. Tupac, very understandable. I might have had that higher, but Tupac, very understandable. Sade, very understandable. I don't know them. Arctic Monkeys, I know them. I don't know if I'd put that in the top 100, but if you like it, you know, I'll let you rock with it. Not familiar with it. Super understandable. That's a classic. Your auntie loves D'Angelo. That's super understandable. The Cure. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know some of these albums, but I feel like I've known at least half of them. And based off that data alone, I feel like this list is respectable so far. Rihanna, Auntie. Good album. I'm not a Rihanna fan. I don't know. I'll let it rock though. I'll let it rock. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm Rihanna's demographic. But I'm gonna let that rock. Love Supreme, understandable. Rolling Stones, understandable. Guns N' Roses, understandable. Super understandable. Prince, Sign of the Times. Not familiar with it. Not for. Well, no, I know you two. I know a few. Understandable. Okay, yeah. Beastie Boys, understandable. Although I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have. This would be at the bottom of the top 100. Y'all know how I feel. That's that Elvis effect shit. They got some songs I like, but like they ain't that damn great. You know how I feel. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, nigga. Nah. If you had this in your top 100, it's got to be like between 90 and 99. Nah, nigga. Take Care is not in the top 100 albums. If we're talking all music genres, fuck no. Maybe top 100 hip hop, but nah. Also, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Anyways, Bob Marley, like that. I'm not gonna. That does look crazy. You got Take Care next to Bob Marley. All right, now the list is looking a little questionable. That's crazy. I don't know this one. Oh shit, Stevie Wonder. You got Take Care next to Stevie Wonder. That's crazy. Oh shit, very understandable. I'm not familiar with it. Janet Control, that is a classic. I don't know if I would have it this high, maybe like in the 80s, but Control's a classic. Super classic, understandable. All right, they bringing themselves back. They know they hip hop. Aquemini. Aretha Franklin, super understandable. Super, I might have had this higher personally, but super understandable. Illmatic. I don't know her. Take Care was a good album. No, I didn't say it was bad. Let's listen to the context of the conversation. We are talking about the top 100 albums of all time, every genre they are covering. I would not put Take Care in the top 100. No. Super understandable. We still say Cream to this day. Super understandable. Understandable. I'm surprised this wouldn't have been higher. I'm not familiar with it. The rock stuff is the stuff I'm gonna be kind of out of the loop of. Public Enemy, understandable. They know they hip hop. Take Care will forever be the most disrespected album ever. What are you talking about? Do some of y'all think, yo, you Drake fans are crazy? And the Kendrick beef proved it. In the context of this conversation, you think Take Care should be in the top 100 albums of all time? You niggas don't listen to music. That's crazy. It's not a crazy statement. What are you talking about? Yeah, OVO suicide bombers. I am going to question what's your music palette then, bruh. Radiohead, understandable. I would have had this higher. This is one of my favorite albums. Super understandable. I think it's a class. Yeah, this is like a battle of the classics, the giants. Yeah, Drake got these niggas in a chokehold, bruh. Why the fuck is Public Enemy there? What the fuck? Put more. They should have Certified Lover Boy. Not familiar with her. Now this is a crazy. I don't know about. I'm not a Billie Eilish fan. Y'all, top 30. This is kind of questionable to me. Y'all think Billie Eilish got a top 30 album? I don't know about that. Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory. Yeah, that's a classic. Pink Floyd, super classic. Dark Side. That's one rock album I know. That's super classic. I know some Led Zeppelin too. Okay. A Beautiful Dark. Damn, just outside the top 25. Would I put that there? If this is the only. I feel like I'd put College Dropout before anything else, but I'm gonna let this rock. This is a good album. This is a great album. I'm gonna let it rock. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. We fuck with it. I fuck with David Bowie. Understandable. I would say most of this list is okay. Daft Punk. Ooh, I don't know about this one though. I like Daft Punk, but like I don't know if I'd put it in my top 23. This is my top 25. This is when it becomes like subjective, right? Like I don't know about this one. Headshot of the year. Bruce Springsteen. I know he cool. He cool. The Beatles. Ooh, this all right. This is probably gonna be the opinion that fucks everybody up. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't like the Beatles. I've never liked them, and I never will. I never liked them, and I never will. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never met a Beatles fan. But that's because like I grew up in a super black household. Niggas don't listen to the Beatles. But that being said, I recognize their influence, their greatness, so I'm gonna respect this choice. I'm taking my feelings out of it. Still gonna respect the choice. But me personally, I wouldn't put a fucking Beatles song on my top or album on my top. I don't want to hear that shit. Strawberry Fields. No, thank you. You ain't fucking with Yellowstone? No, thank you. The Beach Boys. That's crazy. The Beach Boys. I mean, I respect it, but this is still a hell no for me. The Beach Boys, y'all can have that SpongeBob ass music. The Chronic, understandable. Understandable. This boomer ass music, man. Nah, nigga. Nah. All right. I take my disrespect back towards the Beatles. This has got to be the worst pick so far. No, thank you. Taylor Swift 1989 in the top 20. Nah, nigga. If there was, I don't care who I piss off. If there was a genre, if there was a person where I could think of like their music and I think of like unseasoned food, like if there was like a metaphor, visual representation, it would be this. If you like her, cool, but like I don't like my chicken unseasoned. No, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, this shit should be higher. But I'm gonna respect their choice. This is their list. This is their list. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On is a classic. We fuck with it. I'm not familiar, although I recognize her face. Do I know her music? The Swifties Gonna Come After You. I don't care. I'm not that demographic. Great album. I feel like I know her music, but off the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank. Adele. I fuck with Adele. I don't know if I'd have her in my top 20 though. That's a personal choice. I don't know if I'd put her in my top 20, but you know, I'm gonna respect this. I'm gonna respect it. Bob Dylan, he's okay. I wouldn't put this in my top 20, but I'm gonna respect this. This is a classic. I'm not gonna lie. This got one of my favorite songs of all time. Girls, 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 I do adore. That's a classic. I respect that. Radiohead. I wouldn't put this in my top, but I'm gonna respect this. I fuck with him. I'm gonna respect it. You put the Blueprint 2 over the Blueprint? Mods, give him a 600. The Blueprint 2 that's one of Jay-Z's only bad albums. That shit is ass. I'm not familiar with them. Beyonce Lemonade. Like I said, I'm not a big Beyonce fan. It's a controversial opinion. I like Solange more than Beyonce, but I know this album, a lot of people love this shit. So I'm gonna respect the choice. I know a lot of people love this shit, this Lemonade album, but whatever. Nirvana, ooh, I respect that. We fuck with the band. I mean, we got my man who just came out. You know how influential Nirvana is? We got a rapper out that just came out named Cash Cobain. Like, I respect that in the top 10. I'll let that rock. Amy Winehouse, Back to the Black. I fuck with Amy. I wouldn't put this in my top 10. I wouldn't put this in my top 10, but I respect it. That's different. Her music was classic. Good Kid, Mad City. Okay. I don't know if this would be in my top 10. Y'all know I like Kendrick. I don't know if this would be in my top 10, but I'm going to respect this. I am going to respect it. Stevie Wonder songs. Ooh, I love this album. I do. I'm going to respect that. I'm going to respect this. I think that's a good pick. You think it should be higher? If y'all want to argue for that to be higher, I'm going to let you. But like me personally, I wouldn't put this in my top 10. Blonde by Frank Ocean? That's the first questionable one in the top 10. I don't know about that. I don't even know if I'd put this in my top 100. I don't know about that. These niggas love Nikes. I like this album. I did like this album, but top 5 of all time. That's crazy. That's pretty subjective. I don't know about that. Purple Rain, top 5. That makes sense. That makes sense. A purple rain, her rain. We fuck with it. I love some Prince. I love some Prince. Yeah, Purple Rain changed the game. Where's Bobby Biracial? Better yet, where's Bobby Brown at? Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hold up. Now I'm glad we brought this list up. What is all of this shit? But we ain't seen Don't Be Cruel. Don't Be Cruel should be in everybody's top 5. And you're not wrong. Where Rick James at, bro? What the fuck? Hell no. Hell no. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, Purple Rain. The Beatles, Abbey Road. I know I do know this album. Not a Beatles fan, but I am going to respect the choice because I know a lot of people love them. No James. Oh, that's a valid point. Where the fuck is James? This is why this list is hard because they're doing so many genres. Where is James Brown? I'm going to respect this. What the fuck? I never thought I would have to do this. That's crazy. That's crazy. First of all, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I would put that in my top 10, my top 100 albums. She belongs on the list. Fun fact for those you unaware, like when I was a kid, I was not allowed to listen to hip hop. I told you my parents loved me. I didn't play, I was a Nintendo kid. I didn't get to play mature rated games until I graduated high school. I grew up playing teen rated, E-rated games. And my parents didn't play a lot of music with like cursing and shit. So like when people be like, yo, why you like X, Y, why you like Michael Jackson? Why you like Teddy Pendergrass? Why you like Temptations? Like that type of stuff. Prince, it's because that was all that was played in my house. I had an old soul when I was a kid. No, we didn't play any Slim Jesus. The first rap album I ever heard was The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And still to this day, it's one of my favorite albums. It deserves to be on this list. But number 1, I never thought I would have to well, it's not disrespect. I just don't agree with that. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even put this in my number 1. My favorite Michael Jackson album is Off the Wall. So number 2, I would put Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel, fuck niggas. I put that at my number 2. And then number 1, I would put Off the Wall. And then at 3, I'd probably put Thriller. 4, I would leave Prince there at 4. But like this is it's not that it's on the list that it's number 1, but it's all subjective. It doesn't make me mad. Still a respectable choice. This is why it's number 1. Let me see. We surprised Miss Lauryn Hill at an intimate dinner in New York to tell her that The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was the number 1 best albums on this list. You know why this is also bad too? I don't know if y'all know. There's countless reports about how unprofessional she is. She doesn't show up to concerts. She doesn't show up on time. She only performs very light sets, 1 or 2 songs. Now y'all said she got the greatest album of all time. She's never gonna show up now. She's never gonna show up, bro. But this is a crazy list. Putting Mike at 2 and putting Lauryn Hill over. Like in the Michael Jackson documentary, they said a quote that I completely agree with. And this is like, if you wanted to put Thriller at number 1, like I said, I would put Off the Wall. But if you wanted to argue for Thriller, I would respect that choice. And they said in that documentary, like music changed. I wasn't alive, but there was life before Thriller and life after. And I kind of agree with that statement. I feel like this album did change everything. Like everybody's still, I mean, that's why the Certified Pedophile keeps comparing himself to Michael Jackson, because he wants to be him. Freaking from a number standpoint. I don't know why he keeps comparing himself. He'll never be Michael Jackson. Let me stop. The double entendre, yo, chill. It was not an intended double entendre. Chill. There's been numerous times them kids came out and said they lied on this nigga. Stop. We don't know about the other one. Anyways, yeah. So like, I don't know. You're entitled to your opinion. It doesn't make me mad. Does this stuff make y'all mad? Does this stuff make y'all mad? You said with the double entendres is crazy. I guess it was a fun conversation. No, it doesn't make me mad. I do feel out of the 100, I would say like I agree with like 80% of this list. I don't think it's a bad list. I would just disagree with where some of the things are placed. Like this one, this is probably one of the most questionable ones. This is a super personal choice because like this wouldn't even be in my top 100. If I were to put a Frank Ocean album in my top 100, it'd be the Orange one, his first album. But I don't even think that would be in there. There's, in my opinion, there's no song that he put out better than "She's Working at the Pyramids tonight." But the list wasn't terrible. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Keep in mind, guys, it's all opinions. It's all opinions. The top 5 is nuts. No, I wouldn't say it's nuts. It's questionable because I agree with this. I agree. 3 out of the 5 are good. It's a pass, but it's just not the best pass. So yeah, that's my take. No J-Lo. All right, mods, get that man a 600. Shut the fuck up, bro. No J-Lo. J-Lo's music career is in trouble. Y'all know J-Lo's best song is not even her own song. It's with Ja Rule. I'm Real. And y'all know J-Lo didn't sing that song, right? Ashanti sung that song. Her best song is Ashanti. No Teddy Pendergrass. That's what I'm saying. Turn them off. See, if I made my own list like this, it would look completely different. It'd be super black. It'd be super black. So like that's why I can't get mad at this list. They were trying to go for all the different genres, and I feel like they're a little bit more equipped to have a conversation about this than me. He said, "Laugh my ass off." That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Yeah, it would be a DEI list. And like half of my top 50 be Motown. Half my top 50 would just be Motown, bro. All right, coming in number 5, David Ruffin. Like when he said, "Ain't nobody coming to see Otis." Let's get back to this fucking gaming. Where's Mariah? That's crazy. Yeah, Mariah should be in your top 100. Mariah Carey still owns fucking Christmas. There's questionable choices there. No Lil Wayne either. I mean, that's believable. He'd be on my list, but it wasn't a pure rap list. That's believable. If they only had a certain number of picks of like hip hop albums, it's believable Lil Wayne wouldn't be in the top 100 albums of all time. Blueprint was a great pick. I would have had that higher.